on this computer. Okay. Hi, my name's Jenny Pennington. I'm one of the coordinators here for National History Day in Arizona. If you're returning, you probably know me. If you're new, hi, how's it going? Anyway, so what we're going to do today is this is our second workshop. We have a bunch of others that we have coming up. Be on the lookout on our Facebook, National History Day in Arizona, where I post a lot of updates, but also be sure to be checking your emails. I'm going to be sending out the October newsletter soon, and as well as sending other reminders. So what we're going to do, focus on for this particular workshop, is we're going to be walking through some of the resources that we have on our website. National History Day in Arizona is sponsored through the Arizona Historical Society, which is the place that I work for. So they house all of our resources for us. So the first thing you need to do is go to the Arizona Historical Society website. It's just azhs.org, or you can Google it. It's super easy to find. Then you're going to go to this tab that says Education. The third one down says National History Day in Arizona, and you just click on that one. Now there's a lot of stuff in here, and it's easy to get lost, so bear with me. There's several different tabs. I try to kind of organize things to where teachers aren't getting parent stuff and parents aren't getting judges stuff, and try to make it as easy as possible. We'll go through all the tabs. So the first thing you should see is the contest schedule for this year. It does need to be updated because I do have a UMA date now. But our first contest this year is actually going to be our UMA contest, and I believe that it is February 10th. And then our next contest is going to be February 24th at the U of A in Chandler. And then we have our West Valley contest at Northwest Christian, where it's been held the last couple of years. Then we're going to have South at the Arizona History Museum with Dr. Rex. And then North is going to be at NAU again this year on the 23rd. State is going to be April 13th at ASU, just like it has been for the last couple of years. So for resources, here's what I got. The first thing you see is we have a great introductory video right here. You can click on the link. I'm not going to, just you can peruse it out on your own. That kind of just introduces National History Day. If you've never done it before, or if you're still kind of like, I'm not really sure what this is, definitely watch that video. It's really helpful for teachers who are trying to, kind of help convince principals to help introduce the program, things like that. Next is the schedule again. And then here's some great theme materials. The theme, I think, is really hard because they're so broad. So like, for example, the theme for this year is turning points in history. Like that's it. That's all you get. And you have to create a topic and a project and things like that that align with this theme. I did a video last week on kind of tackling the theme and things like that. So definitely check out our YouTube if you're looking for a little bit of help with that. Some other great resources, we have the National History Day, like headquarters theme video, as well as the theme book. The theme book is a great thing to kind of walk you through things like that. And one of our greatest supporters right there is the Historical League. They are actually one of the ones that really help us out a lot. So we like to give them a shout out as much as we possibly can. Next, we're going to go to the Students and Parents tab. Again, you'll see the schedule, but then you'll see a lot of different resources. The theme book, which we kind of just talked about. The rule book, it is divided by category. So paper, exhibit, website, whatever. You will find all the rules in the rule book, and it's really easy to read. Sometimes it's really hard because there are a lot of rules. I look at the rule book all the time. The thing is, you have to be really knowledgeable of the rules, because if your project breaks a rule, you're not going to get very far. So you got to make sure that you're following all the rules, checking all the boxes. Next, we have this great graphic organizer. And it kind of breaks down what a turning point is. So it starts with turning point, important historical context, details, events, ideas, and actions, significance in history, things like that. That's something that you definitely could use while still trying to think of how to take a broad topic and narrow it down into a research topic and research question. There's also some great research links on here to different websites like the Library of Congress, some other local museums around here. And then I have the checklist and evaluations for each category. Now, what these include is it shows the rubric, which is great to have because then you know exactly what you need to have. It shows the rubric and all the other qualifications that you're going to have. These are what the judges use to grade your projects. And this is where how you're going to get your feedback back. This is going to be more, what do I need to do to register for NHD? This is going to be more important when regionals happen. I'm going to try to do as many reminders as I can. If you're, remember from last year, if you're a kiddo from last year, you know that I love to email, and you will get 1,502 from me. So be ready for that. I go through and check each individual project to make sure that your stuff is in. If your stuff is not in, I will charge you a late fee. So please make sure your stuff is there, or it won't get judged. And then if you missed any of our workshops, so far we've only done 2. We did the theme one, and then today is just the website. You can find them here on our playlist. I also upload the PowerPoint. Obviously, there's not a PowerPoint with this one. I'm kind of just walking you through the website. But anytime I do something like this, I always make sure to upload it to the website. It's also going to be shared on Facebook, so be on the lookout for that too. You can also request an office hours appointment with us. If you are just struggling and you need help, either before regionals, trying to find a topic, literally any kind of help that you need, let me know. I have this great form that you can fill out. It helps me help you because it's hard to keep track of all the kiddos. I think last year we had like 300 something kids total, something like that. So sometimes email is not the best option, but this will ensure that I get back to you about office hours and my form's not loaded. But it's a simple little Google form. It just says like name. Yeah, there we go. Email, name, what your category is. Requested date and time. Like I said, you need to give me at least a week out from when you submit the request. And then what do you need help with? And that'll help me help you. If you want help from like an archivist or something like that, you can definitely hook up with some of our archivists. You can find their information on actually the AZHS website. You can go to Research Publications, Library and Archives, and all their information is there. Under the Teachers tab, I have a lot of the same stuff, except I have some great teacher resources. So this is the teacher manual and also some grade level specific resources. So like this is more for high school kids. And this just is a great step-by-step guide really on how to get your kids through NHD. There's some great graphic organizers and things like that through here that can definitely help your kiddos. I have one for high school and middle school. There's also the More Perfect Union lesson book. This is a little different. It can definitely be aligned to NHD, but anybody can really use it. It's a great lesson plan tool. It's from National History Day headquarters that they provided for all teachers. Internet is so slow today. Yep, and so it kind of just gives you a rundown of everything that's in here, and then it has a great diverse amount of topics. So this is definitely just a resource if you want to do a great resource for National History Day, or even if you just need social studies lessons. There's the research links, the checklists, things like that. This is actually a great video. Ellen Miller, who is one of our amazing repeat teachers, she actually had made this video talking about what National History Day means to her. I can get it to play. I think we're going to watch it. It's thinking about it, but that's okay. I would definitely watch this video if you're a teacher or even just a student. It's a great video. She has lots of great pictures and a lot of great insight for people who may be on the fence about it. This is all about contests. So I have made sure that the links for Z fairs are now on the website. That is not something I did last year, and I think that was confusing for a lot of people. So if you are looking for the Z fairs link and you can't find the email or you ain't bookmarked it or whatever, you can come here and I have it divided by contest. Now, please note that the Z fairs is not done yet. I'm still working on it. And actually, it should be ready by the time we do our Z fairs workshop. Again, what do I need to register for NHD? It's the same thing. There's another great document on here. What are judges going to ask in the interview? Now, the interview is very interesting because it's kind of hard because there's adults that you don't even know asking you about your project. And so sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking, especially if you're like me and you want everybody to like what you're doing. And I'm assure you they will, because from what I've seen so far, just the topics, they're going to be crazy this year, and I'm so excited. But this will kind of help you prepare, maybe have some answers prepared in your head. It's 10 minutes. They're nice people. I have yet to find a judge that I don't like. They're all fantastic people, and they're literally here just to help you. So don't be nervous. But if you have any questions about the judging part or the interview part, just let me know. There's also how to register. There's the Z Fair instructions for students and teachers. Teachers, this is very, 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 very important. You have to make a Z Fairs account. You have to. If you are not wanting to communicate or do the Z Fairs accounts or anything like that, your student needs to find a different sponsor. Because of the type of commitment this is and kind of the different moving parts, it is so important for teachers to be responsive. And so if it's not something that you're looking to do, maybe help your kid find another sponsor or email me and I will help your kid find another sponsor. And then there's just a little FAQ from questions that we got asked last year. The next tab is more for our judges and volunteers. It has the sign-up process. I'm going to go over this more in detail when I do the judges and volunteers workshop. So I won't spend a whole lot of time on this. But it's just saying you're technically still a volunteer for the Arizona Historical Society. So there are some forms that you still have to fill out. It's a little different than last year. I remember last year they tried to get us to have like 5 or 6 forms, and I think I got it down to 1 or 2. So it's an improvement, and I'll take it. After you fill out the forms, you send them to me at NHDAZ@azhs.gov. I give you the okay, send them to where they need to go, and then you're going to create your ZFairs account. There's also there's registration instructions, theme books, the judging process, tips, instructions on how to judge, and the rubrics. So like I said, we'll go into that a lot more detail later, but it's there if you want to go ahead and start looking at it. This tab is still under construction. I'm in the process of coming up with some Arizona topics that kind of fit this particular theme, turning points in history, along with some pictures and stuff like that. Please remember, I'm going to go ahead and skip a tab real quick. We do have special awards, okay? And they're not up here yet, but I will get them up here probably next week. There are Arizona themed special awards that you can win cash money for doing if you make it to state. So if that's something you're interested in, I would definitely come back and check out the special awards. As for our grants, I also need to update this page, but one of the biggest grants that we offer is that if you have kiddos that cannot pay the registration fee is $30. Please email me and then we can talk about it. We do have some grants available, but it's more on a case-by-case basis. Until I can get that page updated with more specific information. Other than that, yeah, that's our website. I also make a Google site. It is not done yet. I'm still in the process of working on that. It'll get more updated once we get closer to regionals and competition season, because that's where I keep a lot of the information. We're also looking in other ways that we can communicate with parents. I know one of the biggest complaints I got last year is that email was not it, and we needed to find a different mode to communicate with parents. Unfortunately, like text messages are not an option because I can't text 1,500 people. So we're looking at some different apps. If you got some suggestions or comments or concerns or anything like that, you can email me at nhdaz@azhs.gov, or you can even give me a phone call. My office phone is 928-782-1841. Thanks. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And I hope you have a great day.